Leave it to the Call of Duty community to pull some crazy nonsense like this off, as usual. Now, you really don't see this too often outside of the game Call of Duty. I think in the majority of the other communities like Rainbow Six, Battlefield, or just any other game, not even FPS games. It could be any game that you could think of. I don't really think any developers run into this problem that often. But Call of Duty, our community is toxic. Let's not lie. Now, yes, a lot of us YouTubers out here, like myself, who like to rant about the issues in this game, we do it for a reason. We do it because we enjoy the game. We want to see the game improve. We want to see it prosper. We want to see the outcome of this title be positive. And the only reason we say some of the things that we say is so this game will improve for the community. We try to make everybody's voices heard. You know, not everybody can get a big platform on YouTube or a big platform on Twitch and then address the community devs or anything like that about these things. They're just everyday people who get off their job, they come home, play some Call of Duty, and they're annoyed with the game. They vent it to us, to the content creators, through the comment section. And through the comment section, we see how you guys react. We see how you guys, react towards different videos, different topics. And we try to push that out. But some people take it a little too far. Just a tad bit. Well, no, not a tad bit too far. Extremely far. Now, Joe Cecot actually went ahead and said that the overhaul is not coming to Modern Warfare. Kind of sad, I'm not going to lie, because a lot of the changes that I wanted to see in this game are not going to be coming. And that's kind of depressing, because I thought a lot of those things would definitely benefit the game. And also they said that they are updating this game like once to twice a week. I find that pretty funny because, I mean, still some of the biggest issues like spawns, the hit detection, netcode, all those things have yet to be fixed. So I would love to know what they're fixing every 1 to 2 weeks, or, well, 1 to 2 updates every week in this game. I would love to know what they're updating. But regardless, of course, the Call of Duty community takes this to a whole nother level and starts sending death threats to Joe Cecot and his family. Why? Why do you have to do such an aggressive thing over a video game? Listen, I understand you're angry. All of us are angry. All of us are going through the exact same stuff. We're all annoyed that this game is still in a rough state. We're all annoyed that the content is being, dragged out. We have, what? I think it was 6v6 maps or something, 7 6v6 maps, or 8 now with shootouts. I don't even know the number. It was very low. And actually, there is a content drop coming. I'll actually flash that up on the screen for you guys as well. Some remastered 6v6 maps, another ground war map, 2 brand new weapons that are free to everybody. You just have to grind the first 4 or 5 tiers of the tier list. It's not going to be at the very end, so you have to pay for it. No, you literally just grind a couple of tiers, bam, get brand new weapons, new Spec Ops missions, a lot of new content. I appreciate that. I really do, because even though those remastered maps are obviously remastered, they're maps that we already dealt with before. I like those maps. I personally love Crash and I love Vacant. Shipment's going to be one of those maps that I will probably back out of like every single time I see it, just with how obnoxious grenade and C4 spam is in Modern Warfare. I can only imagine the level of spam it's going to be on Shipment. But Crash and Vacant are awesome maps, so I'm very satisfied with that. I love seeing 2 new weapons. I love variety in weapons, and the fact that we don't have to pay for any of that or grind for months on end just to get them is very appreciative. I am happy with the content that they're putting out to us. But there's a extremely fine line of how you should address these devs. We've been over this a million times already. If you want something changed, you have to show some respect. Now, yes, the community has been getting riled up because, of course, the devs have been ignoring us over everything that we say. It really annoys me. It pisses me off to that point, and it pisses off a lot of other content creators as well. So we voice our opinions a little bit more angrily, I guess you could say. But never, never in a million years will you ever catch me sending any death threats to any of these developers, let alone their children. How could you even possibly send a death threat about their children? That's just, it's messed up. These devs, they go through a lot, man. I'm not gonna lie. Even though I'm a little salty at them for ignoring a lot of the work that they've been doing in this game, like all the issues that are in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, there's still no reason to go full-blown death threat mode on these developers. It's a video game. It's a video game. Like I said, I understand that you're angry that there's no red dots on the minimap, and I know you're angry that Ghost doesn't work like it traditionally does. Hopefully they will get to changing that one day. Hopefully it'll be soon. Even though they did say that the overhaul is not coming. But you can't talk to these devs in that manner. Put yourself in their shoes for a second. Put yourself in their situation. Let's say you're making a video game. You're trying to get everything together. And whether you do want to listen to the community or you don't want to listen to the community, whatever you want to do, doesn't matter what choice you made. At the end of the day, the community is not happy with your product. How would you feel? How would you feel if all of those people started coming to you with tons of death threats? Saying that they want you dead, they want your kids dead, they want your wife dead. They're explaining how they're going to do it. I mean, how would you feel in their shoes if you had to deal with all of those issues? It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful, and honestly, at a certain extent, it's almost a little mental to even want to say anything like that to these developers. Like I said, I understand your frustration, but there's a fine line to show your frustration. You see all of us showing our frustration. Just look at all the comments section. Look at all of these YouTubers making these rants. This is how you show your frustration. You vent. You vent to them. You let them know why you're angry, what you're angry about with the experience of their game. Shoot, even say that you prefer them to be fired. Say that you want them fired over saying them death threats. Even though it's still messed up to wish someone to lose their job. Even though, I mean, come on now. The Infinity Ward Studio, they really don't know what they're doing here. Oh, they're killing me right now. It's really hard to stay positive with this title, but still, that's someone's income. That's someone's livelihood. That's putting food on their family's plates and a roof over their kids' heads. That's someone's life right there that you want them to not have anymore. But I would prefer you to say that over wanting them to be dead or saying that you're going to kill them. It's kind of mind-boggling to me that people can even go through something like that or want to say anything like that to these devs. It makes me think, do these devs not listen to us because they want to continue on with their vision? Or do they not listen to us because of the way that we talk to them? Honestly, I've been pretty angry in my past videos. A lot of my recent videos I made, my recent rants, I've been pretty pissed off. The way I've been talking has not really been on the nice side of things, I guess you can say. But now that I think about it, if someone were to talk to me like that, would I show them any respect? Would I acknowledge them? Probably not. I would actually get really annoyed if someone started cursing me out or telling me how crap my product is. You know, you gotta have some pretty thick skin. But at the end of the day, they need to listen to a lot of the constructive criticism that the Call of Duty community gives them, because that's what you do when you make a product. You have to listen to your clients. You have to listen to the people who are paying for the product, because they're the ones who are making you successful. If we all stopped buying Call of Duty wouldn't be a thing, obviously. But at a certain extent, are we giving them too rough of criticism to the point where they don't even want to acknowledge us? I mean, if you look at a lot of the comments that some people leave about this game, a lot of them are just, it's not even constructive criticism. They're just kind of bashing on the game and bashing on the developers without giving any, constructive criticism to tell them how to improve on what they just did, or how to change specific things. A lot of people just say this game is trash. Or a lot of people will say this game is completely broken. Or these devs are stupid. But how is this game trash? You have to say, how is the game trash? Or how is the game broken? You have to explain your reasoning for these things. If you're just going to flat out tell the devs that their game is complete garbage, what are they going to do about it? What are they going to say? The moral of the story is that I understand where everybody is coming from. I understand that people are frustrated. I understand that people aren't happy with the current changes of the game. I understand that people aren't enjoying the fact that they haven't polished off the title, all the hit detection issues, the spawn issues, netcode issues. It's a never-ending list of issues that they still haven't addressed. I mean, I understand a lot of you guys wanted this massive overhaul that would change the minimap and the Dead Silence perk, the Ghost perk, and a lot of other issues in the game. There's a lot of things that the community is disappointed at right now. But at no point ever should you have to send a death threat to one of the developers over any of these issues. At the end of the day, it's a video game. We will all move on from this. Yes, it's fun. It's cool to rant about these things. It's fun to watch videos about people ranting about these things. We all enjoy it. It's interesting. It keeps us engaged. It's entertainment. But at the end of the day, we move on. We go to our jobs. We go back to school. We go back to our families. And we go on with our days. So there's no point to send death threats to these people to scare them while they're just trying to go on with their day-to-day basis life. While they're just trying to go back to their families and live safely. But at the same time, they're having a bunch of people send them messages about how they're trying to kill them and their families. It's not a very fun situation. And I've actually never dealt with anything like that. I never dealt with anybody wishing me any death threats. I can only imagine how actually scary that could possibly be when you have multiple people wishing you death threats. But I can only imagine the stress that's on his shoulders right now. And that's not the way you want to pressure someone into doing what you want. If they're going to do this update, if they're going to do this massive overhaul, let them do it on their own time, or let the rants that the content creators are putting out, or just continuously message them on Twitter. I have someone that I know that messages the people on Twitter all the time and gives their personal opinions, but he never sends them death threats. Why would he? He messages them, he gives them his own opinion, and that's it. Easy as that. But you should never have to force someone into changing what they're doing or changing their game by threatening them with their life. That's a horrible way of going about it. But thank you guys so much for checking out this commentary. It really does mean a lot to me. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like, and if you hated it, you can always dislike. If you're brand new to this channel and you enjoyed what you heard today, you can always subscribe to this channel and hit that bell notification button to be notified on all of my recent uploads. Also, if you just want to chat with me or see some behind-the-scenes clips, you can follow me over on Twitter at JbowenDaMan. And if you just want to follow me doing some live streams or anything like that, I'm over on Twitch at JbowenDaMan as well. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.